Hello everyone. Today's video is going to show you a demonstration of our TF River Rock polyurethane decorative top coating for concrete surfaces. This is a bit of a two-part video. I'll put a link in the description below for the first part of this video where we structurally restored all this concrete. This was in really bad shape. It was quite a mess. The current system that's on here uses an epoxy binder, which is not at all stable in UV light. So the system was slowly breaking down over time. As you can see, I'm almost pulling it right off the step with my bare hands. Water and moisture was getting in underneath, and over time the concrete was just slowly destroying itself. This, after we got the overlay system off, the deterioration of the concrete is a really big mess. So that was something that we had to structurally rebuild with our TF Structural Deep before we could do anything with. The nice thing about using that product is we could all do it all during the same day. So here it is, all prepped, ready to go for our TF River Rock system, which we're going to show you how to apply vertically and horizontally. The vertical system comes in two parts, three parts actually, a part A, B, and a part C you see here. You mix it 1:1 by volume. Here we had 150 mils, actually call it 6 ounces in the measuring cup, and then we're adding the part B up to 12 ounces. And then we add in the part C. What you're trying to get here is like a thin Vaseline type consistency. And this is going to act as a primer that goes on the staircase first. Any vertical faces that you're going to do requires this primer to go on first. This is the kind of consistency that you want to mix it up to. Again, a bit like that wet Vaseline. You can apply this to the vertical system or the vertical faces like I'm doing here with some gloves in your hand, just because this one's a bit pitted, so I wanted to get into all the crevices. You can use a putty knife, a trowel, a small paint roller, whatever you need to do. Just make sure you get it on all the vertical faces that you're going to be covering, and overlap. See how I'm going over this top edge here? That's important so that the rock will hold on to that vertical edge. Then we mix up our vertical TF River Rock. I just dump it out at the top here. I'm scooping it onto my trowel and pressing it onto the face. What's important to note here is that top trowel is very important. You use it as a bit of an overhang, a bit of an edge to trowel up into, and that's going to force the rock onto that top nosing, and it'll stay there. If you don't have an edge to trowel up into like that, it's going to be quite frustrating. You're going to find that the rock just falls off and it doesn't push and stay onto that vertical face as well. So you can see we primed all the vertical faces, and now we're just applying all the vertical TF River Rock, and then we move to the horizontal. I started at the very top of that upper landing and covered all that, then worked my way down the stairs. You have to be careful because the vertical River Rock that you applied earlier is still going to be soft, but it's still pliable, so it's nice to be able to press the horizontal stuff right into it, and you get a nice seamless nosing. The important part with the horizontal river rock that I'm troweling here is that once you pour it out of the pail, just make sure you do an initial spread, and that's going to make sure it evenly wets the concrete with all the polyurethane binder. After I do that initial spread, now I'm just going over it to smooth out any height differences and make sure all my height's consistent, and then I'll run the trowel over it just to knock it all down and smooth it all out. And then you end up with a final surface that you're seeing here. Again, this is a polyurethane binder, totally UV stable, and it's going to last for years in an exterior environment like this. So thanks all for watching, and we'll see you again at the next one.